Okay, today we are going to focus our attention on the multiplication of what? Conjugate surds. When conjugate surds are mentioned, what should be in your mind? When do we say that two or more surds are conjugate of each other? Now, you can only find the conjugate of a binomial surd. When I mention binomial surd, I mean a surd with up to two terms. Surds with what?
Up to two terms.
For example, now, when I say surd 3, this is just a single word, surd, on a long way. But when I say surd 3 plus 5, or surd 8 minus 3 surd 7, you can see that they are two, right?
Yes.
If not, they are not just single, they are double. And double means what? Bi. So when I say binomial surds, just know that I'm talking about surds of this form, not the single word surds. This is a single surd, but this is binomial, and this is also what? Binomial. And if you look at this and this, you can see that both of them are what? Binomial surds. And a critical observation will reveal to you that these and these contain the same word, number, isn't it?
Yeah.
The only difference between them is their what? The sign. Good. So their sign is the only difference. So whenever the sign is only difference between two surds like this, two binomial surds like this, it means that they are conjugate of what? Each other. Are you following now? So the conjugate of a surd simply means changing the what? The sign. From minus to plus, or from plus to what? Minus. And there is one good application of this conjugate of binomial surds. When we go into what we call rationalization of surds, you see that this conjugate will help us to make a surd to be rational. Remember, we have discussed a rational number. That a rational number is what type of number? Huh?
Express in fraction.
Yes, any number that can be expressed as what? A fraction. That's a rational number. Okay, today look at what we are given, and we are asked to multiply these. Unlike the addition and subtraction of surds, where you only add or subtract similar surds, in multiplication of surds, you can multiply two surds together, whether they are similar or what? Not. Remember, for two surds to be similar, they must have the same value in their roots. Okay. Now, so when we have this, surd 5 minus surd 2, multiplying surd 5 plus what? Surd 2. The best way to tackle this kind of simplification is to carefully bring the terms in the first bracket one after the other. The first term here is what? Surd 5, right? So we have surd 5 multiplying everything in the second bracket. And the second bracket is what? Surd 5 plus surd what? 2. Is that not so? Close your bracket. The next item here is what? Minus surd 2. You must bring it out with the what? The sign. So having brought out surd 5, multiplying surd 5 plus what? Surd 2. I'll also bring out minus what? Surd 2. It will also multiply surd 5 plus what? Surd 2. That's the way of multiplying surds. Do you get what I did here?
Yes.
Okay. Now, the number that is outside will now multiply everything that is what? Inside. Now, surd 5 times surd 5 is what? Is 25. Surd 25 a surd? Is that a surd? So when surd 5 times surd 5, what should be the answer? 5. Up here?
Yes.
We can say not square root of 25. But you know that square root of 25 is what?
5.
Therefore, today, I want you to know that whenever you have surd A times surd A, the answer is just what? A. Surd B times surd B, the answer is what?
B.
Therefore, surd 5 times surd 5, the answer must also be what?
5.
Obugodu surd 7 times surd 7, the answer is what? 7. Makana 7 times 7 is what? 49. And the square root of 49 will also give you what? 7. Do you understand it now? Okay, so don't waste your time writing square root of 25 because it's waste of time, even though it's not wrong. Now, what's going on now? So sod 5 times sod 5 will give us just what? 5. Sod 5 times sod 2 is what? Sod what? 10. Because 5 times 2 will give us what? 10. This is negative. Be careful. The negative sign must go into all of them. So minus sod 2 times sod 5 minus sod 10 minus sod 2 times sod 2 is what? Minus 2 because they are the same sod, right? Now you know that this has cancelled out, isn't it? Because sod 10 minus sod 10 is what? 0. What are we having here? 5 minus 2. And 5 minus 2 is what? 3. Have you seen that when you multiply two conjugate surds together, that it always gives you an ordinary what? Number. You understand now? Whenever you multiply a surd by its conjugate, it does away with the what? The surd to give you an ordinary what? Number. That's the funny thing about conjugate surds. Remember, conjugate surds are just those surds that differ by just their signs. Okay? They have everything in common, but the only difference between them is their what? Sign. Then again, I'll teach you another shortcut of dealing with conjugate surds. Dealing with conjugate surds without expanding the bracket like this. But it is only applicable when you talk about conjugate surds. Conjugates only. Every other kind of surds you cannot use this method I'm going to teach you now. Now see, same question, let's say method 2 now. Method 2. We have sod 5. Please always ask me questions when you are confused. We have sod 5 minus sod 2 into sod 5 plus sod 2. Because they are conjugate of each other, just look at what you just do. When you see something like this, what is your mind telling you? When you see, apart from their conjugate, okay? God bless you, my brother. But we're gonna this is what I want. Difference of two squares. That now when you have a squared minus b squared, this is a difference of where? How many squares are you having here? 2. See, whenever you see this kind of thing, you should know that it is called a difference of what? 2 squares. And the simplification of this is just form 2 brackets. One must be minus, the other must be what? Plus. Plus can come first, minus can come first. So there is no rule that says that it must be what? Minus. And this is A, this is B. Just write A, B, A, B. That's all. If you open up this bracket, you must get back this again. And look at, is this and this, are they not the same thing? That is something, right? Because minus plus minus plus. A, B, A, B. Assuming this is A, this is B, this is still A, and this is still what? B. So if they are that are the same, but their difference is just their sign, you should know that it is what? Difference of 2 squares. Therefore, if I see this now, I can just call it sod what? 5, all what? Squared. Minus sod 2, all what? Squared. That's all. Are you following now? Because it's a difference of 2 squares. Square both of them, then put a minus what? Sign. If I sod 5 squared means sod 5 times what? Which is what? Just what? 5. Sod 2 squared is just sod 2 times what? Sod 2, which is just what? 2. And 5 minus 2 is what? Which one is better? This one, right? Yes. Very fast. Very fast.
You can cancel out the square.
If you cancel out the square, if you sod 5 minus sod 2 cannot go. So you cannot cancel out the square. Okay?
No, this square, the sword. That sword.
Okay, yes. Square, yes. I said another way of doing that. And you just say 5 minus 2 is just what? 3. That's another way. Because one funny thing about maths is that a question can have so many methods of what? Solving it. Let me warn again. You can only use this method when they are conjugate of each other. Yeah? Yes. Because somebody have an energy, you will raise to power of 2, raise to power of 2. It's not him, Mr. Chuk Sugage. I did not say so. Example 2.